Mouse Wreckers only came on my radar because this was nominated for the Academy Award for Best Short Cartoon in 1949. And the cartoon itself was released in 1949, directed by Charles M. Jones. And to be honest, on its own, it's not bad. But as a nominee, particularly given the strength of the category that year, I definitely don't think it was really up to scratch. The premise is nothing we've seen, nothing we haven't seen before. Even in 1949, we have these two mice who I have to say are very cute. Hubie and Bertie. The animation of them is beautiful. They have big teeth, huge ears, very classic mouse design that I think is very cute. And they decide to move into this particular house. And there's a cat there, a resident cat, and um, this cat is apparently a Looney Tunes regular, a cat called Claude. I'm not too familiar with the character, but I'm certainly keen to see what else this cat has been in. I was going to say what else this cat has done. Um, Voiced by Mel Blanc. I really like the animation design of this cat. And I have to say, the animation design is what I really love. There's one particular scene where the mice have decided to move in and they're trying to, get this cat to realize that it's now their territory. And without spoiling anything, there's a particular scene with a step ladder, and the cat goes up the step ladder backwards, against its own wishes. And that bit of animation is so smooth and so lovely to watch that I really enjoyed the visual aspect of this. But the narrative itself is nothing unique, it's nothing we haven't seen before. It's very similar to a lot of other cartoons. It's worth mentioning that Tom and Jerry won this year with the cartoon The Little Orphan, and this is very similar to Tom and Jerry in the style that we have. Well, in fact, very similar to that cartoon, because in The Little Orphan there are two mice. There is Jerry and Nibbles, and here we have, of course, our two mice, Hubie and Bertie. We also have a bulldog who looks a lot like the dog in Tom and Jerry. So it's very similar in style. Not that I'm saying Tom and Jerry own those characters or those character traits, but it's nothing unique. And I just think that other studios and directors do it a little bit more engagingly. But ultimately, there's nothing wrong with it. It's enjoyable to watch. I did like it. Don't really think it should have been nominated that year because I don't think, compared to some of the others, it was very strong. Although, having said that, there were a few weak links that year. But ultimately, Mouse Wreckers is fun if you like animation. If you like things like Tom and Jerry, I think you'll definitely really like this. The narrative itself could have been more interesting, but the actual animation I thought was really beautiful.